Good morning, guys. It's Jeff with HKS Systems Lock and Safe. I just want to show you a quick safe we were working on recently, sort of a unique design. This is the open bottom lock. They used this a lot in the turn of the century, between 1890s to 1900s, somewhere in there, 1910s, 20s. I don't know exactly when they stopped using it, but it was a pretty neat lock. It's based on gravity, so this is a pretty big counterweight. What you do is you would end up lining all the gates up, and it was actually going to fall right into this section. So as all those gates lined up and it fell right into the lever would just use its weight and it would pivot down, and then it'd allow you to move the bolt work back and forth. Used by a bunch of different manufacturers, but I'm just showing you how we used a scope. Once again, we have the tiny scopes, so we actually drilled in a certain spot. This is actually the gate right here, and these are the wheels, and then this is the actual case. So what we're literally doing is looking at a crack in between the case, just in between. It's thin. It's probably only, size of a business card thickness in between those two. So we got lucky on that. Sometimes you got a space on the left or you got a space on the right. Very rarely do you have two of them, but 50-50 chance. I always pick that one, and I was lucky on this one. So I'm just going to show you really quick on our video how we dial that open. Once we got in there, we were able to see all the wheels rather, and then we were just looking for gates to gain access to get that to drop. So we just stick our scope all the way in. We're just looking for lining all the wheels up with the gates underneath this fence. And you see one just went by. I'm also at the same time writing down the combinations on the face of the safe while looking through here, so it's sort of like juggling with one hand. It's not so easy. And then I'm also talking to the customer at the same time. So once again, we're just lining up the gates on this side. We don't know if it's going to be on this side of the gate or it's going to be on the other side of the gate, but we're just going to just pick one randomly and start that. I find typically if you line everything up, that's usually a good indication it's going to drop. You're always going to be either a few numbers above or a few numbers below the true combination, which it's easy, and that's why you want to keep track of the combinations as you dial. That would be wheel 2 then, lined up. Then we're looking for wheel 3 on this section. This was a pretty thick door. It was about 6 inches deep with a 1/8 inch hole. So it was a tiny hole, and we were able to get, luckily, the side we needed to gain access to get to the view. There goes your last wheel. Now we're going to drop it, and we see it didn't drop. You see it, this hasn't moved yet. And I figured out why once I put the wheels in and moved that around. Once I pulled my scope out, the actual lever dropped because my scope was actually rubbing on the actual lever itself. So if you need service like that, please give us a call. We do a lot of safe work, very good at it. It's what we enjoy. Give us a call, 847-204-7046. HKS Systems Lock and Safe. Thank you.